Hey, Slash I do Buckaroos. Well, my latest find on this trip is Fox Trail, uh, Arkansas straight bourbon whiskey, small batch made in the Ozarks. So Fox Trail wasn't open today, but I did find this at a liquor store, which is why I don't have the matching glass because the distillery was closed. But anyways, made in the Ozarks. It is at my eyes are tired on this trip. 51.5% or 103 proof. It doesn't say that it's a cask, but it's at 103, which is pretty good. Uses a hybrid pot still, aged in open air rickhouse. Wow. The mash bill is 70% corn, 15% rye, 15% malted barley, so it is a traditional bourbon that uses rye as a secondary. However, as 15% malted barley is a rather fine percentage of malted barley. Some will use 5 and 6, most use under 10. Most big commercial products, anyway, let me say that. This is, good lord, my lighting here is terrible. Distilled, aged, and bottled. Fox Trail Distillery, Rogers, Arkansas. So there we go. Yeah, I love to visit them. Unfortunately, they were closed today, but I was lucky enough to find that at a liquor store. And I wasn't going to open another bottle because I've got several open, but I've been trying to try this. And I'm not going to be able to find them open on this trip, but I'm hoping at a later date I can get out there. Because I almost bought 2 bottles of this thinking, maybe. But then I said, but you don't know if you like it yet. And Rogers is only 2 hours away, so you can find a way back there. So anyway, let's see what she's got. I do like the mash bill, though. Open air rick house would mean it is subjected to the elements. I do like that nose, though. A lot of big barrel on the nose. I'm going to say that right away. A lot of oak, a lot of spice, a lot of big vanilla cream-like notes. Oh boy, that barrel is, very prevalent. Anyway, let's take a drink. Oh gosh, wow, that's delicious. I don't know if you saw my face, but there wasn't any. It's 103 proof, man, and that is just beyond delicious. A lot of big caramel here. It is a very rich dram. A lot of big caramel notes going on there. Dark fruits. Well, let's talk about, or fruits in general. Because I was going to say dark fruit and I was going to say raisin, but I'm really not getting raisin like that. I'm getting more of a golden raisin note in there. Now, it's not going to be unusual if you pick out some date and or fig. Again, as I've said ad nauseum, you're not going to taste things you don't know. So it depends on you and your palate. But I'm going to say some very dark cherry notes. Maybe some dark overripe plum as well. Gosh, that's just delicious. Aromas, flavors aside, another thing I really love about this one here is how it drinks, the mouthfeel, how everything comes together. It's not as sweet as that 70% corn might leave you to believe. And with that 15% malted barley, it really gives you that nice chewy texture, that mouthfeel. just those little extra notes. A little bit of chocolate maybe is what I'm picking up. I'm going to say malted chocolate, malted dark chocolate. Oh, cheese whiz, that's delicious. Gave myself a nice pour. Oh, this is kind of a mini Glencairn I picked up from Rocktown. They call it a perfect dram glass, but I mean, yeah, I poured 2 ounces in there, and it just about fills it up. Yeah, like I said, I wasn't planning on opening more bottles on this trip because I've got many open, but I was dying to try this. I needed to know. Rogers is only a 2-hour drive, so it wouldn't be that big a deal to get back there at some point. But I need to time it when the distillery is open. But now, now I'm really curious about their other products because this is just so insanely delicious. Gosh, that is wonderful, man. I mentioned caramel earlier, but I'm going to add a few things now that I've kind of let this sit. I feel like you get just a hint of maple, also some very dark brown sugar notes as well. And even saying that, it really isn't that sweet, right? You get a little bit of that at first. But the barrel notes run all the way through. It's not just in the finish. You feel them right from the beginning. So it mellows out those sugars. It mellows out that sweetness. This shit is gorgeous, man. Oh my Lord, this is good. Found some good stuff this trip. There's only one distillery in Little Rock, which is Rocktown. So most of the products, were Rocktown. But I was a little bummed I wasn't going to visit the distillery, but when I found this at a liquor store, I was very excited to pick it up. And it was reasonable. I believe it was 35. I mean, 35 for a small batch at 103. Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, it seemed rather reasonable to me. But yeah, now that I'm having this, I am dying to be able to get to the distillery when they're open. So I'm hoping at some point before the year's over, I'll be able to get down there again. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to get anything from them. But then when we stopped at a liquor store and I found this bottle, I was very excited. The thing is, though, I walked down that same aisle 3 times, and it was the 3rd time that I saw it. I somehow glanced over it because it was just one bottle among everything else, and I somehow didn't see it, so I'm glad I went back through that aisle one last time and found this. So anyways. Anyway, I digress. Oh gosh, this is so good. Like the little glass. So ain't it adorable? It's kind of cute, Tom. Yeah, I like it. I'm not sure why I bought it. I needed a glass. They had a few different ones. I didn't want just the standard Glencairn. I went with this little guy. Because sometimes, you just want to taste, right? I only want about a 1/2 ounce pour. So give him a 1/2 ounce pour, go about to here. Looks like you got something in the glass. Anyway, I digress. I am Tom the Whiskey Whisperer, Whiskey Evangelist, prolific whiskey drinker, purveyor of wisdom, and All around good guys. Sláinte. Thanks for tuning in, guys.